My mind day for you. My heart beats for you.
Every time that I think of you.
Continue.
I don't know.
The TEATIME squad, yes, in case you guys are looking for, choir in your
As
church.
in, like, you are part of us or you are our manager. Let's just know now.
Manager, please.
Me, I'll go do rap.
But you can't
When you
sing.
say, my heart, oh yeah, let's do it again. My heart day for you, go.
My heart beats for you.
My heart day for you.
Anytime when I think of you, yo, I'll be back again. You know the rest. Put it all together. You know we are the best TEATIME crew on more. They know the test. When you see me up for more, you know the rest. Every now and then, people they want to flex. When we in the club, you know we get the chest. When we do it like this, gym, we get the chest. Wow, we are the best. Anyways, guys, you know what time it is. Of course, we're moving on to the next story. And despite being spotted out together over the weekend, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are still in the middle of divorce and moves are quickly being made. According to reports, Kim has been awarded $60 million. Hey, I said not $60, change money. $60 million Hidden Hills estate that the couple shared together and raised their 4 kids in. Court documents from the proceedings revealed that negotiations were extremely cordial and Kim agreed to pay Kanye cash to even out the property's value. Kim and Kanye, who spent the weekend together in New York City as Kim hosted Saturday Night Live, purchased the 15,000 square foot house in 2014 for $20 million. Since their divorce filing in February, Kanye has been living at his Wyoming ranch, which he recently put on the market for $11 million. Despite their split, Kanye seems to be moving closer to his family after selling his Wyoming ranch, according to a popular blog site in America. The Donda rapper recently purchased a $57.3 million beach house in Malibu, not too far from Kim and kids. Aside from Kim Kardashian West hilarious monologue on SNL, halftime, neither of the stars have commented on their divorce proceedings. Yes, Kim was the first to tell us about it. So what do you guys think about this? The fact that she wants to give him cash.
I think that they're good friends, and I think they'll always be good friends. If you think about when Kim Kardashian's reality show first started, down to like before she was even this big, Kanye had always been in the picture. Kanye had always been that friend, and I think that that's what they're relying on right now. Like they're going back to the friendship since the romance didn't work, and I feel like that's very much okay. This for me is the goal, that no matter what happens with my significant other or whatever, if we do divorce, because it's very possible, and I'm not the kind of person that wants to, God forbid it, because it's reality. Like a lot of things end in my life and start again, and I'm okay with that concept. But what I'm not okay with is when somebody who was so important to you now becomes an enemy or a complete stranger and things like that. So if the relationship is evolving from love to friendship and co-parenting, and it's done so beautifully that they're still hanging out together, even at court, they're making sure that nobody's treated unfairly, she's ready to give him money and all that kind of stuff. That's a win for me, win for both of them, win for their mental health and win for their family as a whole, because they still are that.
Let me take it from another angle now. Look, a lot of couples get into relationships and then they forget that, look, at the end of the day, probably we met through a business deal, right? And then we're probably working in the same industry. So I'm in a typical relationship where, my girlfriend kind of like works with me. I won't say for me. She is my manager, and then she also works with me. And anytime there's a contract that comes up, I will not say because you're my babe and we're spending money together and all of that, the money is in my account, all of that, I'll still send her a cut. Even though I know the money will still end up being spent amongst us. Do you understand? But please, this is your cut for this particular business we did together, and this is your money as being my manager. Do you understand? And now I'm going to go back to when Kim Kardashian was offered a deal by another popular designer to advertise the sneakers, and Kanye West gave her $1 million check and said, please don't do it. You have to be on Yeezus, right? And he gave her a check for it. So it shows that, look, aside from having a relationship, they respect each other's business as well. And I think that's what a relationship should stand for. I wouldn't say, okay, let me use your brand for example, Golima is, right? Let's say we're in a relationship and then I have a client that wants to or maybe I have a client that it's her birthday. Let's say it's Ifeoma's birthday, and then we're dating, and I'm like, oh, because my girl sells hair and stuff, I'm like, babe, give me one bone straight there so I can give Ifeoma as a gift, and I don't have intentions to pay you. I should come with cash. Say, babe,
what is that?
No, but you know there are men like that because they invested in the business, they feel like they're entitled.
They feel like you're entitled to your stuff.
Yes, some did not even they didn't even invest, but they like, okay, my babe has this, so I can easily take one, and then I'll say I'll pay later. Do you understand? Or not? No, you say you pay later, but of course you know you will not pay. Do you get what I mean? But I think it's just very responsible for a man that when you're doing business, please pay your woman, and vice versa for a woman as well. If you are trying to get something from your man from his business, please pay for the service. That just brings respect. Let him be the one to say, oh, no, don't worry about it, I'll take care of this one. Do you understand? But at the end, at least make an attempt to offer.
I feel like what Ife said really hit me, because I feel Nigerians believe in a delusion.
Which of the affairs now?
Really hit me. So like divorce can happen.
It can.
Because like we are changing, we are evolving. But one thing that shouldn't change is the love we have for each other, and not the kind of love, intimate love, whatever, platonic love, like we can see in Kim and Kanye. Like I really love their relationship. They're not saying hateful comments online or saying
following each other,
following each other, very petty and stuff. They are still friends. They still talk. Even when she went for the Saturday Night Live, they stay together in New York. They stay together. Like it's so calm. Like so, this just makes me see that you can still be friends with your partner even if you divorce. You can still have a very, very, very platonic relationship. Not just for your kids, but because of you, still your friends, you vibe. Like, so you want this to work, like your friendship. So I feel Nigerians should actually think more.
Because we need to stop stigmatizing divorcees. Like, if you're a divorced person, then you failed in an aspect. You have not failed, you just evolved. Because when I work in a company for 20 years and I leave there, nobody says I failed. They say that, oh, you've on to the next thing, whatever. If I've lived with I don't know, my mom for whatever years, and I want to move out, I moved on. So then why is divorce a big thing? And I think another thing, what you were just talking now, just even came to my mind, that sometimes the institution of marriage can also be the problem. Because for all you know, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are not just good in the institution of marriage, but we still have a very love for, not even just friendship now, as in like they will still love each other. Because I can't imagine, when I was reading this story and I was seeing that Kanye is going closer to his wife and kids and all of that, and I was just thinking in my head that how are you going to do a new relationship if you're very close to your old wife and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, what if it's possible that they will still have that love for each other, like they can cuddle, they can hang out, they can be companions and stuff, but not just married couples? Because sometimes that's
what's your take on your ex being very good with his ex?
I don't like it.
I don't like that. Sorry.
I don't like it.
But we're just supporting Kanye and Kim.
Exactly. Now, let's go finish his statement with the fact that I won't finish his statement with the fact that marriage did not work for them, but that doesn't mean that they're not, romantically still tied to each other.
You're married to your man now, but his ex is still his party.
I'm sorry, no.
I don't. We've not involved.
You are not even dating, or you're not. It's not engaged. I think you are married, but his ex-girlfriend, they still talk. She calls him in the middle of the night.
Is she married?
And she cried. My boyfriend just.
Yeah. What you're not going to
don't do that.
is put your emotional burden on my man. Nobody is allowed to do that, except you're his mother.
Even his mom should limit to when we are married. He has me, he has his kids. And to some families, every minute.
This won't
happen, that won't happen.
All these things of like, let me update you on what he did to me.
And my man.
Men, you'll be very surprised how men fall in love with you when do you know how many times
my
friendships have spoiled because of that thing? As in, like, I'm friends with this man, and I just want to take this breakfast that they've served me to my friend, in talking and him checking up on me. Before you know it, now he wants to check up on me. He wants to Don't try with my man, Don't do it.
Actually,
don't do it.
If I don't well, if I said he wants to check up on me. Anyways, man, it's been really amazing that Kanye and Kim have been able to keep a cordial relationship despite their differences, despite his personality, and despite their challenges. I think that is, something that we should all emulate and just try to have a good relationship with your friend, but don't let it disrespect your current relationship. Anyways, reality TV star Khafi on Wednesday said a word of prayer for a critic who called her son ugly, saying that such a comment will not be used on the latter's child. The mother of one shared a screenshot of a comment on her Instagram post where a user said, "But why are you hiding your baby's face? Is he ugly too?" Oh, wow. In response, Khafi decried the plight of women in the society, saying that females are labeled as attention seekers when they speak up about their pains. The former Big Brother Naija Season 4 contestant had earlier shared a picture where she said her baby must be ugly, that's why she's not showing his face. She shared the post as part of a challenge pioneered by Nigerian singer Simi, where women share derogatory comments that they have received in the past. Apparently, people had told the reality TV star that she was lying about what she posted. As a result, the mother of one shared the screenshot of the comments and a lengthy caption. She said, "For everyone who said I was lying or making up my previous post, women endure more unspeakable things and most times do so in silence." Anyways, what do you guys think about this one now? You know, hateful comments on kids generally.
I feel like it's very vile to do that. And also, what do they mean by too? Like, is the ugly too? Because
that means they're trying to say Khafi is ugly.
Yeah,
Khafi,
Khafi is very pretty. Even if she wasn't
African beauty.
Yeah, Khafi is very pretty. And even if she wasn't, I don't think it should be. You see, this kind of comment.
Called a cup of coffee for a reason.
You know, she's so full of life and so beautiful in and out. I mean, we watched her on the show. She's one of the few people that did not hold back, even down to gossip stuff. If she really wanted to do it, she would do it, and then she would go and tell the person, "Like, I'm so sorry." And then she was so. I feel like that girl has such a
open.
Yeah, she has an open heart. She doesn't have ill intentions for people, so it's very unfair that she would get this. Now, kids and social media is something that. Maybe it's the most conservative thought I've ever had in my life. But I'm personally, and this is crazy, but I'm personally against kids on social media in general.
Don't put your kids on social.
No, don't put kids on social media. And for me, this is one of the reasons why. I think that I'm telling you, and I know it's very conservative and very like extreme or whatever, but it's something that I've noticed. So I had a friend that, you know, she's our age and stuff, so like 20 something, and she had a baby. And she's the reason why I had that. It's way before social media even became a thing. Now that we have influencers and a whole business thing in social media. And she uploaded the baby and everything. Her and her boyfriend are together. They were engaged at the time that she was pregnant and everything, so it wasn't even about not having a man or something. And then somebody started talking about the baby's nose, and everybody started talking about baby's nose and everything like that. And I watched how this girl took that energy from the screen into real life, and the baby could feel it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, words are so powerful. When they are trolling you, we know as adults how we handle that thing. We're not going to lie and say that it doesn't even affect us. And so for me, I don't see what is worth. Not the like, not the following, not the brand endorsement that would now allow me to be putting my newborn baby in the line of trolling. Like, it's just too young for all of that. Like, I feel like they need to be protecting these kids from all that nonsense.
What about Daddy Freeze's case, right? Where somebody said he was going to violate his son. You remember the story?
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Or even when kids now get involved, like Two-Face's daughter going on camera saying, no, it wasn't Two-Face's daughter, somebody that were looking for her mom for a long time. Do you remember that story? All this I personally don't like it. You know, after women that I love very much, it's kids. And I just feel like we're doing a very sloppy job with protecting our children. Even what's it called? Dwayne and his daughter and his son, who now became a daughter, whatever. I feel like that.
Shadia do as well.
Shadia, all these people, I feel like you can just protect that's family business and keep the kids out of it, because they don't have the capacity to handle all of that stuff. And energy is important. As much as you want to do tough skin, you know, it pierces through your energy, and the baby is too young for all of that, in my opinion.
I feel like, well, I agree with you, yeah, but I feel like most parents or some parents think they're building a business for their children. Okay, like Javier James now, I mean, they've built a brand. This babe can grow up and have her social media already, and she has a business. Like, she doesn't even have to.
Yes, I don't want to curse anybody, but God forbid, until she's now 18 and she's now saying it on Red Table Talk how she's so sad that she's now got exposed to drugs because she couldn't handle the paparazzi.
I'm very glad you brought.
Because look at every other child star, babe. Look at every
all
other.
Of them, though. Is it all of them that have that
every single one of them have come out to say either they did not tell you that they were suffering it, or they did not suffer it on the large scale. Every single person has said.
Population, though.
See, babe, nobody nobody has ever said that fame is a fantastic thing that doesn't have a dark side. Not a single soul. And the kid stars it's obvious that they'll be more traumatized because they were kids. They're not able, they're not equipped enough to do this thing. I mean, look at Willow Smith. She had a whole panel with Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's kids, and all those people. They had a whole conversation. They had a whole conversation about it. You don't need to have a conversation with everybody to know that this is a common thing, that it does not sit well with their mental capacity. So for me, branding is not enough. I'll make my money for my child some other way. I'm not doing for myself or on TV or on advertising, but that's social media. I'm not really with it.
I think I totally agree. I don't think kids should be on social media. But please, I have a question for you, right? I was thinking about it a few days ago when I said, I think our names belong to our parents. Yes, because you know when we brought this up, we said it behind, the singing. I feel like our names belong to our parents. Sometimes I don't feel like an Ifeoluwa.
You've said this conversation. You said this thing
before.
Then
you can't change your name. And publish a
But do you think that a child should be
named,
allowed to name himself the moment I
careful
can
now, you're getting all Western on me, Ife, because
no,
this is a very like Western thing.
I feel like
why are we putting genders on kids? Why are we naming the kids?
No, I'm not
talking
about see, there's a reason why if you ask your mom, why am I Ifeoluwa, she'll tell you one story about
because your life began before you knew it. I mean, there was a story behind that, and then
but that was our life.
But you were already alive.
What if I'm beginning to feel like I'm Anderson?
Then you change your name.
Then change your name.
I am Nimi. I am Nima. I want to change my name. I want to be like. Do you think that it should be a law that a kid should be able to? So it's not.
It is allowed.
A kid. You have to get to a certain age before 18, you can change your name.
18
Nigeria, I think like 10. No, I think 10 is fine.
In Nigeria, I think it's 18.
The moment you can tell me, if I ask you, what do you feel like eating this morning, and you can tell me, no, I want cornflakes. No, I want noodles. No, I want... The moment you're able to make choices for yourself, please choose your name.
10 is too young, go.
I'm going all Western on you.
10 is too young.
You're beginning to look at me like I'm an Oreo or something. Black on the outside, white on the inside.
I'm just trying to figure out, except that the name that I have already is not something... Yes, it has a negative connotation to it, then I'll understand. But I feel like, especially in Nigeria, we're one of the few people that get that right, where we give our children the most beautiful names.
Like when they name you Fabi.
What does that mean?
Oh,
right. Something like that.
Yeah.
And I know that religious conversions also make people change their names.
Exactly.
So if they had Abraham and then now they're Muslim, they want to,
change their names.
Abraham is a Muslim.
I don't think religion or a negative connotation should even be the only reason why I would want to change my name.
I just
feel like my name, I just don't like being Ifeoluwa. And I just want to, I don't want to be moonlight.
That is a thing. I know people that, I know one person that doesn't like the family that she's from because they're very evil and they do all these funny things. And so she wanted to remove herself from that, and she changed her last name and her first name. No, she made her first name her middle name, and then she gave herself a new middle name, and swore an affidavit in court, and it was done. So it is a possible thing.
Do you know how many girls I've met that you would exchange numbers? And I use Truecaller a lot, right? So I say, hi, what's your name? I'm Stephanie. I'm Brittany. Then once you collect the number, you just say Chinelo or Obiano Judige. You'll not be like.
I find that thing very sad. I find it a bit sad when we want to remove our name from our traditional names. I think is because we live in our home country that our names don't really mean much. But for people who've lived in diaspora, where you crave identity so much because you're not white enough to be part of those people, things like your name and your language and your traditional outfit mean so much. And so
that's for you. Some people will now want to change their names to Stephanie when they get there.
And now
that move there, and they'll leave Obianuju.
Sulia became Jennifer.
Abe, Nuju, Uju. I'm like, yo, Juju.
You see, the thing is, I personally think that everybody. Wait, let me just say this last minute. I think everybody starts off like that, to be fair. But once you actually become comfortable and strong in your person, you see that they'll go back. They'll go back from being Stephanie to being Chidima. Like it happens. Yeah.
That one, Desha. Anyway, let's move on to the giant of Africa. Of course, our only Grammy winner in Nigeria, aside Wizkid, Burna Boy, has said that hypocrisy is the reason why marijuana has not been legalized in Nigeria. During an interview with Homegrown Radio in Los Angeles, Burna Boy said, everyone inhales marijuana every now and then in Nigeria, but people like to pretend about it. The Grammy Award-winning singer has asked about legalizing marijuana in Nigeria, and he said, it's not a zero tolerance. It's like everybody does it, but no one wants to be the one that is seen talking about it. It's just kind of hypocritical out there. They tried to make it seem like if you inhale marijuana, you will go mad in Nigeria. Everyone inhales marijuana every now and then. It's just a topic no one wants to talk about. Asked if people get arrested for possession of marijuana in Nigeria, the 30-year-old singer says, it depends on who you are. He said, if you can please the person that is stopping you at a time. Burna noted that he likes visiting Los Angeles because marijuana is legal in the States and that the best ones are found there. California love. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. California. They don't know. These 90s babies.
Oh my God.
Anyways, man. Yes, what do you think about Burna Boy's post?
I think I mean, I understand what he's saying, but I don't understand why he's acting so brand new. Like, he does not understand why that is.
And you already even said it all, depending on who you are.
Exactly. And also not even just that. You're saying that why nobody wants to, the part where he said nobody wants to be seen as the person who wants to advocate for that.
That's Nigeria.
Of course, now. First of all.
She said not first of all.
What's it called? The way that marijuana is seen in Nigeria is always amongst, let me be careful with my choice of words here, but yeah, miscreants, like people who society would say touts. People in society would say whatever, and people do abuse these this drug. If you look at the city that he was talking about, people had used marijuana for medical purposes, for planting and stuff. We saw it in creams. They had already started commercializing it in other ways. But in Nigeria, the only way we've communicated that we need marijuana is by smoking it. I think until people find a way to now make, show how there are other good things that can come out of that other than just smoking away and being intoxicated. Like, yes, of course, no responsible person wants to look like they're advocating for something that is known for being, substance abuse, if I can put it that way.
Especially with a lot of lives that it has destroyed.
Exactly. I don't know. When I said that weed has destroyed lives, I don't think I would say that.
No, you destroy your own life. Weed did not destroy your life because it doesn't do.
Yeah, weed doesn't even have the capacity to do that. I think maybe what I can say is that if you're not careful, weed can be the gateway to give you access into other
things.
Like when you start that, then that's why you want to now try Colorado. You now want to try this thing. You want to try. Most people usually start with that. But you see, for me, that in itself is why I still want to advocate, quote unquote, for marijuana, because I feel like when things are illegal, there will be a higher chance of abuse. So if you had that, because whether you like it or not, Nigerians are always going to smoke weed, and he's right. I don't know anybody who has not at least maybe tried it. Or at least has somebody who knows somebody who takes it.
Cooked with it.
Yeah.
But, or I mean, the first time I saw it, the first time I ever saw weed was in my hair cream and stuff. Yeah. So I know that it's accessible. Like I can see it and stuff. So
when you were saying they don't commercialize, they do in Nigeria. Yeah. There are hair creams made here that they put
hair cream is the only thing I can think of. Have we seen anybody else maybe do, like maybe the oil from marijuana is good for healing one's skin, something like that's the stuff I saw. Even in Aussie, like I see a lot. There's a whole shop about that, and it's barely about smoking it. It's like, oh, this oil is good for this thing, and then this whipped something with the thing is good for this. Then there's even a scent thing, and there's a aroma. Like there's so many things that people were doing with that stuff that we haven't really gotten into.
I feel like I'm going to dwell on what he said about hypocrisy. In Nigeria, we are if there's a list in the world of the most people feel the most hypocrites in like the world, most citizens, we are so hypocritical. We keep judging people for what we do, and that's why most things that are allowed in other countries, developing countries, cannot be here. Abortion, we can never.
And yet let me tell you
guys another
gays, never.
Let me tell
and
you.
there's gay people.
Let me tell you.
We're all virgins, but condoms are being bought
every day. They are selling out.
Wait, but let me tell you another big problem, another major reason why marijuana. No, it's not even religion. It's Nollywood. Now look at how they show you marijuana.
Media representation. I like that.
You get?
Yes.
See, they will say somebody do like.
Just one.
You go to knock your. Now so they do us.
Like what marijuana are you smoking?
They do like.
Actually, if I right.
Yeah.
So when you have represented such a drug that can be used for other purposes in such a way that makes somebody be slapping their head and their eyes.
Yeah, because I remember because sometimes when I was much younger, when I see that maybe an uncle that has wife and kids that works in an oil company or whatever, I'll see him smoking. I'll be like, in my head, I couldn't comprehend how somebody so put together can be smoking weed because I just assumed that
you must be
you must be like crazy. So 1 minute from losing your mind and stuff. So
So.
Anyway, I mean, I'm for the conversation. I think he's already technically advocating for that. There was a conversation in Ogun State, though. Do you remember where they were like they want to start farming, legalizing, growing?
It was passed as a bill.
Cannabis.
Passed as a bill.
And then what now happened to it?
We never heard about it.
And we've not heard anything about it. Of course, they're not gonna legalize it in Nigeria for now. I can bet that.
Forever.
Yeah. For now.
I think if they show numbers that there's a lot of money to be made, it's very possible that people can do that.
And then if you actually think about it, especially to the Nigerian youth, there's nowhere you will go to that you not see somebody smoking marijuana.
Of course.
Do you get what I mean?
Of course.
So don't let us get hypocritical. Big shout out to man like Burna Boy. That's why you're the giant of Africa and always putting us on the map. And that's why we love you.
Please, can I say something, my lord?
Yes, please say something.
But please, though, I don't want people to hear this conversation and think that advocating for drug abuse. And you've got to be careful, which is why I'm really advocating for legalization, because I think that then people who prescribe these things will be able to teach users how to do it properly and stuff like that, because I know that that's a thing. But it's cool to, how do I say this word? It's cool to understand balance when it comes to drugs and what you're taking. I think that because marijuana is something that grows from the ground, people can even have this conversation openly. If it was something like Molly or cocaine or crack and stuff, these conversations would be very different. So don't look at it and think that we are advocating for certain things. This is a very different thing that has different uses for that.
Yeah, so we're talking about, the benefit, the health benefits and things that you can actually gain from this. We're not saying go get high, because if you get high you fall. You feel me? You get too high, you fall, you break your leg. Anyways, yes, that's a wrap for me today, but thanks for watching. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag TEATIME. Remember, you can catch up on our previous episodes, including this one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch TEATIME on Alto TV and, of course, in London on Ben Television. A big thank you goes out to my co-anchors, Ifeoluwa Omai and Queen Nima, and of course the entire production team. Thank you for watching Plus TV Africa's TEATIME. My name is Ife Oshunkeye. Let's go.